Right. So I just wanted to do this weight loss journey update because it was something that was stressing me out, to be honest with you. And the reason it's stressing me out is because I signed into something that I probably wouldn't have normally signed into. And this is about gym membership and the Fit 16 weight loss challenge in AC Billing Stack Performance Gym. So I just got an email that my membership, billing membership, was canceled, which is good. That's what I all I wanted. I didn't even want my money back. Just take the money and go. And because in the beginning, um, I was met with two individuals who were there just to sell the program, but they weren't even there for the program. And they made promises that the gym owner wasn't even aware of. And come to find out that those were promises that the gym were not going to be able to provide. And the reason I signed that contract, because I was really honestly frustrated with my weight loss journey, and I really thought that maybe getting into a group class like that would be the thing to do to kind of help get me going, get around people that are working out and all this other stuff. But wasn't the case because even though the staff there wasn't knowing what was going on, that was kind of a red flag there. But the classes that were part of the Fit 16 program were not on the gym schedule at the time stated during the sales meeting, right? So it's almost like a network marketing thing. So later on, the owner held a Zoom meeting, and the Zoom meeting was about what was going on. If people wanted their refunds, they could get it. But they said all they had to do was just call the number. But the people at the billing company were treating me like, no, we're not going to close your account because you signed this contract, right? So, and the contract states that you can't cancel this account under any circumstances unless you get a certified letter from a doctor with a form that we provide you to cancel it, or if you have to move or something like that, or if you're moving. And I'm like, well, dang. So you mean to tell me I still have to be financially liable for this, even though the gym's not providing what was promised in the sales meeting, and I signed up for that? And that was really stressful because long term, the financial liability would be about like $290, right? Over the 4 months. But then if you completed all the workouts, your contract you could then tell them, hey, I did all these workouts. I can close my membership and go on my way. But if you didn't finish all your workouts and be part of the commitment, then you would have to be, then you'll join the gym and have to continue a whole new year membership or something like that. And a year's membership is about like 900 something dollars. So that's almost $1,200 of liability there on the line that I signed into, without knowing that the gym that I was signing up for was going to be able to provide the services. So I found the Zoom meeting and I downloaded the clip, and I told the billing company that didn't want to close the account. I said, hey, I have a video here of the owner stating that they'll close it out. So I found a part where he said that, and I shipped it out to him. I said, here you go. Right now, before that, I was trying to talk to the owner, and the owner was answering at first, but then after a while, the owner stopped answering my calls, um, citing busyness. You know how people do. Like I get it. You cite the busyness. Oh, I got these responsibilities. I got, and it was sort of a different story than what I saw in the video, because like this happened in my facility. I should have been there. And I should have did this, and I want to make this right. And the first phone calls, it was pretty cool, but then after a while, things didn't start to add up because now the communication's breaking down. You're not answering the call, and I might call like twice a day. I mean, and the reason I did that at first was because I know that there are processes to this thing. So the sooner you get it started, the sooner it can be done. Because I was like, okay, well, shoot, I'm not even going to be at your gym, and I'm going to be billed, because that's just how billing companies do. It's like paperwork and process. Anything official and serious and grown up and adult like takes time. So I'm like, okay, let me get on this as early as possible. But then the communication started to break down, answering calls, kind of giving me these texts. And I kind of know that game where, you're not really trying to call me back and let me know what's going on. And then just to get information about them stalling, why would they stall? Like the owner would say that they're stalling. Okay. What do you mean that they're stalling? You are their client. You use them to get money to you for people using your gym. So why is there such a stall and thing? But after a while, it would just get intermittent texts from them. Like, hey, can I call you? You call me, and you can tell when somebody doesn't want to talk to you. They're not answering your calls, they're not calling you back, they're not texting. I was like, dang, I'm kind of stuck here. I got a gym owner that is sort of acting in a way that is not prioritizing getting closure on this situation of me being stuck in this contract that I signed up for in your facility. At the end of the day, I didn't sign a contract with him. I signed a contract with this billing company. So, I was sort of kind of torn. Like, how do I get out of the situation? Because I'm not getting what I signed up for. There was supposed to be a whole nutritionist thing. They really sold a lot of stuff. And I remember the salesperson said, I want to be your trainer. And I'm like, oh, I guess you really going to be here after this. Well, let me see how this goes. And maybe you can be my trainer. I was kind of like, wow, these guys, those salespeople weren't going to be there. Those salespeople weren't going to be there. So, that was my mistake, because I should have did the research of the gym. I did not know that you could be sold a service in a gym and the gym not be prepared to render those services at the times and in a way that was stated to you at the. I didn't know, because I normally don't fool around with gyms. I normally don't fool around with gym contracts and stuff like that, because they're sticky just like this one, which is why the only gym membership I have is Planet Fitness, because you sign up, you pay $10 a month, you want to stop, you stop. Not this send a certified letter. So, I was kind of like feeling like I was kind of getting jerked around. Felt like that when, you are customer service and I can't reach you and I can't really hold you accountable anymore, which was not cool. And I'm sure everybody has stuff going on. Everybody. But I think that when you stop communicating and you don't even want to hit me up or nothing like that, and you see me, and then you send me random texts too. That's another thing I got. I got like a random text like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, can we talk? I call you, you call me, nothing. And so, I this goes into borderline narcissism, because I know what narcissism is like, where they kind of gaslight you and sort of future fake. Like, oh yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And people say that, and I've been through a lot of that. I won't go into that, but yeah, we're going to do this and stuff like that. And so what happens is you get the right words said to you that get you to calm down or shut up, right? You get the right words. It shuts you up. But then I was like, wow, you are really not even hitting me back. Like, I guess, okay, other priorities. I recognize that. Okay. But I have to be about my priorities. So thankfully, I was able to send the video out to the billing company, and I got an email, and I didn't know, and I was still stressing about it. I got the email Friday, and here I am stressing about it all weekend. To show you how bad I am about certain emails I got. And the membership was canceled. I'm like, great, this is closure. And I just found out, I was like, let me do a vlog about this. This is part of the weight loss journey. This is part of the bumps. And so the membership is canceled. So now I'm out of a contract that doesn't have any options for me to get out of. And like I said, it's almost like an open check. It's like an open check for them to bill you. So if you get hurt, or no, not if you hurt, I can't say that's not equitable. If you get hurt, you can send them a certified letter with a form. So if you go through the process, you can then close your account. But outside of that, if you're not feeling the service the gym is providing you, too bad. I mean, honestly, that's what the way the contract is. And I want to go over that contract maybe to help people understand what they're getting into. Like I said, it worked for some people, right? Maybe they live around there. They got the flexibility. I, with my schedule, did not have the flexibility. Just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to change my schedule since you guys aren't offering the service at the time stated in the beginning. So I guess I'm just going to flip up my whole schedule. Okay, so y'all not going to change your schedule. So, and I'm not going to change my schedule, but I'm on the cutting block for finances. So, long story short, the contract is closed. Now I can maybe find another group situation that is more equitable, that is a better fit, you know. But this is a learning lesson because I was really stressed because I was like, I was thinking about the worst case scenario. What would be the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario would be me being financially liable for the whole 16 weeks, which is about $290, and then a whole gym year's membership if they just simply refuse to close it. Then I'd be on the hook for maybe 900 plus 300 estimates. That's about $1,200 over a year or so. And these days, every dollar counts. Obviously, if every dollar didn't count, they would have made it easier to get out of the contract, but they didn't. And there's a reason they make it kind of difficult for you to get out of the contract. It's one thing to cite, we want to make sure you're committed to, but at the same time, yeah, you can make sure you're committed, but now you kind of put these things in place. And some of the staff members at the billing company were not really interested in didn't want to talk to a manager to me, didn't want to talk to, like, it was just a really cold response. Like one person there, it was a lady, she was more equitable in her mannerisms, but the guy was kind of like, well, you signed a contract, so no, you're not. I was like, wow, okay, it sounds like you guys been through this before. Okay. But thankfully, they're reasonable, close the account, so now I can just separate ties. I don't have to worry about calling the gym owner anymore. The gym owner doesn't seem very interested in answering my calls anyway. And I understand that. Not very interested in my getting closure from this situation. But I got closure, and I'm very grateful for that. Now I can move on to something else that's a better fit and can continue my weight loss program. But I just wanted to document that. And, it feels good because I really felt like trapped. Like I was like, damn, like what did I get myself into? Things like that happen. We can't protect and make everything perfect. But I was like, dang, what did I get myself into? But thankfully, this isn't going to be an issue anymore. So that's my vlog. I'll see y'all later.